So before I went about preparing for this lab, I thought through what I was going to use, what materials I needed. So I grabbed a baseball, a fabric tape measure, and I then taped that to a door so that my yardstick measurement would be accurate and flat. So I taped that against the surface, and I got my phone as my stopwatch. And so before this experiment, I had all my materials ready to do the ball drop, and then I created a ramp for my second experiment with cardboard boxes and duct tape. I put them together so that the ramp was longer, and I set it up so that it was at about a 10 degree angle, very slight, but then I set that up in the hallway to allow for space. And before I started, my idea was that, I think this ball is gonna take a little bit longer to drop the higher it is. It's probably gonna be a louder sound when it hits the ground. I'm just thinking through the forces and momentum, trying to apply the ideas that we studied this week. And then in the rolling investigation, I thought that, it's the farther it goes, the more time it will take, and that may shift in variation with how I release it. If I accidentally push it, it will go farther and be faster. And so I kind of had a general idea of what would happen. And then at the following these investigations, at my conclusion, I really learned that those things were true. It takes a little bit more time to drop the ball from a higher level, and then it took longer to roll down the hallway. When it took longer, there was greater distance, and these things kind of had a direct relationship, and I was able to graph those measurements and really identify how that works. I really think this was a fun experiment just because it was easy enough and I could really understand these concepts without a really elaborate kind of lab. So I enjoyed it, and I would love to use this in my classroom. But next, you'll see a little sped up version just of how I did this kind of investigation, and I had a friend help me to be accurate as best as I could. So this is my lab.